Hello everyone, and welcome back to another review. This is Dovalt, and today we are looking at Transformers Age of the Prime Combaticon Vortex, the first in a new line of combiner figures from mainline Hasbro, and one I'm actually really excited for, even though I haven't really been a fan of the skeleton combiners. Bruticus really makes sense, so I'm cool with it, so I figured I'd start grabbing these. But before we get into the figure itself, we will be starting in vehicle mode. We're going to take a quick look at the packaging. Got your standard obligatory product shots in the back, showing him both in his robot and vehicle mode. Cool graphic of Bruticus on the side here. Nice vehicle mode and robot mode artwork on the front as well, and of course your typical Age of the Prime stuff on the back. So that's it for the box. Let's take a look at the figure. I'm so glad that doesn't hit me in the head when I do that like the first time I did. Alright, so here we have Vortex. Very simple, cool looking helicopter mode. I do wish this back was filled out a little bit more, but I'm sure DNA Design will be giving us a cool upgrade kit for this. But yeah, just simple, super clean, nice gunmetal gray all throughout with that blue stripe down the middle. A little bit of blue accents here and there, mostly for a robot mode. Fully articulated propeller that can spin pretty well, as well as one on the back. It doesn't spin very well. But yeah, super simple little helicopter mode. Now, as for accessories, he gets, of course, his propeller, which is removable. But he also gets these 3 blasters here. You have this nicely detailed little scoped pistol here, as well as 2 smaller ones. Now, as for weapon storage, there's actually several different ways you can do this. So you can peg these either to the underside here, if you want some like underslung guns. You can peg any of these onto the side of either side of the helicopter mode. And you can also put them back here in this little notch on the back. Just slides into that little notch there, right there. And you can do that as well. My preferred way to actually store them is actually there's 2 more ports up here that allow you to peg. I like to do the smaller ones on either side to give him some nice forward guns. And then I take this other one, put it upside down on that sliding peg I mentioned earlier, and boom. There you have him all kitted out in his weaponry, and he's looking pretty good. Yeah, super simple, nice vehicle mode, good inclusion of accessories. Now let's get into transformation, but first, some size comparisons. First, we have our leader class Megatronus. So lengthwise, he's actually, for a deluxe, about the same length, but considerably lower mass. And then we have our previously reviewed Alchemist Prime for scale here, and he's definitely much taller. He's actually got a little more mass, actually, despite feeling so light. Pardon his head, I could not get it back in. I could not get the chest back open. Anyway, let's get down to transformation. First, let's remove the accessories we put on him. And this guy has one of the simplest transformations. So first, you can go ahead and flip out the toes and the heels by flipping open that. Then you can open up this chest area like so. Then you're just going to come to the back here, and you are going to split the propeller down the middle, like so. And as you bend these out, angle them down, and these will later become the arms. And that will free up, you can go ahead and flip these things out of your way. That'll free up this backpack section, which you can then rotate a little bit, allowing you to wiggle up and release the legs. And these are going to slide out on a double hinge and then snap back into place. You can then close it and split, and the legs are already done. As for the arms, all you got to do is separate this back piece from the main arm on a double hinge as well and slide it back, and it'll just kind of hang out there. Same thing on the other side, except you're going to flip this back and straighten out this tail fin so it sits like this. Fold that up and do the same thing you did on the first arm. Pull out the arm and slide the piece back. Make sure these shoulder things are pointed down. Then lastly, fold up the landing gear here. Flip down this panel on the back and turn it around, and there you have his head. Now all I gotta do is switch this to where this is pointing up, and boom! There we have Vortex. First of our little combiner team for this new combiner. And yeah, pretty neat looking little guy. Pretty G1 faithful, of course, with a little bit of extra detailing. I do wish there was something better to do with these arm bits on the back, but I think that's everyone's opinion. And I'm sure DNA Design will give us an upgrade at some point, but otherwise he does clean up quite nicely. Nice sturdy base at the feet and a nice little head sculpt. Now, as for articulation wise, the shoulder can do a full 360. It can go out 90 degrees. He can bend his arm 90 degrees. These just move around on a double hinge. You can kind of position how there you want. He has a waist swivel. He has a thigh swivel, and his leg can go forward that far. It can do a beautiful spread and can go back about that far with a knee that can bend to 90. As for the feet, he does have a slight ankle tilt and a very slight tilt back, and then of course toe and heel tilt in and out. But yeah. Now, as for his accessories, his propeller can stay on his back, or you can actually plug it into any of the ports. But it fits in there quite nicely, so I'm not going to do that. But I like to put the small blasters on his arms like so. So he can pew pew bang bang and all that stuff, as MGO would say. And this blaster in his main hand. And yeah. He is a cool little dude. Definitely looking forward to the rest we get. Now, for size comparison, here he is next to another deluxe with Solus Prime, a Voyager, Prima Prime, and one of our earlier reviewed figures, Five Two Toys, Beast Box, Down Spiral. So yeah, he's a decent size, although I remember back in my day, this would have been a scout class, and this guy, the current Voyager, would have been a deluxe class back in the day, and the deluxe class would have been $15, and the scout class would have been $10. Oh, I miss those days. I feel old. But anyway, yeah, that has been my quick rapid-fire review of Transformers Age of the Primes Combiner Vortex, the first out of our Bruticus Combiner. Now, it might be a while before we get the next one, but I'm looking forward to see how it comes out. Can't wait for Onslaught. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share the video, hit the bell notification icon below to know when I upload new stuff, and check out my main gaming channel. It definitely needs the help. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next review, whatever that may be. I haven't figured that out yet. Anyway, bye-bye!